gosh, it's happening again. Okay. I think I'm live again. I thought I was gonna know how to do this, but I don't. I Dios mío. So I wanted to do a morning yoga, a morning. I thought I knew what I was doing, guys. I did a title and I was interrupted and I had to reset my phone, restart the whole thing. But anyway, I hope I'm live. I think I'm live. And my goal was to continue to practice A, and B, share a few exercises that I think after the holiday weekend, after some of the summer party, some of us might need. So I do have one if you have a belly ache, and that one is, I'm taken by surprise. I was trying to set this up, so please bear with me. Well, I think I can start to tell now if anyone comes on. So I'll just relax. I am being inspired by Omiverse, Rugrats, because I like to watch her live. Because she just, I don't know, she just goes wherever she is and does whatever she does. Whatever happens, happens, and she's enjoying it, and we're laughing. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm practicing. This is big. I've been doing YouTube now for a year. So this was my, like, I kept saying, oh my God, this month. I don't know if just because there's no one talking, no one down there, is there no one here, or if like on videos you can watch and no one, you know. But anyway, I wanted to do a sunrise. Such a beautiful sunrise, and we're actually in a very special place. You might be able to tell. It's a round pen. You won't be able to do this often. They'll be using it for horses and training and stuff. Anyway, okay. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should do my. Oh my God, somebody's here. Okay. All right. Well, it's like I can't really read it between the sun and everything, but I could tell somebody's here. So I guess I will show you then. I came, as I said, to share with people some exercises because I do yoga dance, I do fitness, and I thought after the party weekend, the big holiday, the no work day, people might have eaten too much, They might have drank a little too much so they didn't feel their best. So the exercise I want to show you, and I'm just going to do this because I don't know who's coming, who's not coming. It's like I said, it's only my second live. I didn't expect it to happen so quickly. But it's a beautiful sunrise. Now, what you want to do is you want to focus. The main point is, it doesn't matter where you are, in your yoga practice. You want to stretch your stomach because there's pain, there's gas, there's air, there's things stuck there. So you want to lean back. So whether you just stretch back like this, or if you can actually go all the way back like this, the goal is to stretch the belly, push it up, and start to pump. So you use breath of fire, you pump. Now it might seem silly, it might seem strange, it might seem a little hard, or you might be in a public place where can I go and do this so I can feel better? But I promise you at some point, air will come up, hopefully up this way. And yeah, you will release and you will feel better. So that's one. So the point is to Press and pump the breath of fire from the diaphragm. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. It's like, can you see? See? Okay, so we're gonna, again, wherever you are, or even just push your belly. You know, actually, that's why people do that. You see people after they eat, people, they don't even know it. They're trying. They're trying to get all that old stale air out that causes pain. I know it's a joke. Everybody thinks you have gas, but it's more than that. It's trapped. It comes from speaking too much, like me right now. Because I'm not sure where I'm going with this. But anyway, uh, the next exercise would be, you probably have some back pains. Somebody had some back pains, right? They were dancing too much and in weird positions for too long. So what I like to say is we're going to do our little spinal. Well, maybe this way is better. Okay, because you're going to have to sort of rock your pelvis. Can you guys see this? Am I too low? Can you see me rocking my pelvis? Okay, so you're placing your hands here for support, and you are going to start with the lower back. Now, you might not be used to doing this, so you can start really slowly. So the main goal is alignment. Your chest is up, your stomach is in. Your focus is on releasing your lower back, releasing all that tension, nervousness, stress, and pain. So as you get better, as you relax into it, you can do it a little bit faster. I'm just not sure what's going on, but I'm doing my best, and this is good stuff. It really helps. I've been doing it for a while. That's why I wasn't doing social media and I wasn't on YouTube and I had no idea. The world has really gone like, I'm telling you, I'm so glad I took the time off and detached from everything to learn these things, to share with you people, because I mean, I literally had no phone, no social media, no friends, no confidence, no, I gave it all up. I was like, oh, dear Lord, please help me, help me, keep me humble. Oh my God, be careful what you ask for. But now I know these things. Okay, ready? So now we want to move it up to our middle back. That's cool, right? You're going to learn how to focus from your lower back to your middle back to your upper back, right? So this is all just a quick intro into things that can be done to help us when the days are different than we expected. Upper back. Oh, I actually heard my spine crack. This is things that start to happen too. You like can start to hear vertebrae. It's like I know I did my yoga teacher training. That was a whole nother. I will explain that, but that was amazing. Different than I ever expected. I quit drinking for 4 months. I was so proud of myself and everything. But anyway, yeah. He said to us, breathe into your back. I was like, what? Breathe into your back. So, whew, got a lot of things to learn here. All right, so next move for our spine and our back and our belly to help us to feel better and release and relax, and would be spinal twists, spinal rolls. You know, I really can't see this far, like those tiny, tiny, tiny letters, but I can definitely see that somebody's here, and I really, really appreciate you, because this took me a year to get the courage to do, and then literally like a whole month, because that's when I realized, oh my goodness, I literally have been doing YouTube now for a year, and I've been saying I'm gonna go live, and I was like, I'm gonna go live when I reach 100 people, and I kept doing that, you know, to myself, and I'm like, I'm gonna, I'm gonna have prizes, and I am. But anyway, this month rolled up, and I was like, oh my goodness, what day, when, what will I say, how? And I didn't miss it. I waited to the last day, to the last moment. So thank you for being here. So as you can see, I just really took my time, and I'm waking up too. I did a little tiny bit before I got here, but you know, we can take these roles bigger, and they feel really good. Now, we never spoke about the breathing. But I think you're gonna figure it out, you know, because I learned all that in my teacher training. You know, you're supposed to breathe in and breathe out, and on one move and then on another. And honestly, I'm telling you, I believe that we learn what we learn, but not for the moment. Like, we're learning for preparation for when we really need it. So we do these trainings, and and that's why you haven't seen me. Oh, I'm a yoga teacher, and I'm gonna teach you and everything, because I was like, oh my God, I got this certification, but I still don't know how to do the sun salutations. You know, I'm like, so I took the time to what it's called, like, implement, right? It's like to put it into your life, and to really try to do and be what I'm saying. So yeah, it takes a while, and we breathe normally. We just are not aware of it as much as we could be or should be. And so and sometimes I play around, not sometimes, a lot of times I was playing around doing everything backwards, you know, because it's like we gotta question ourselves. We gotta ask, and who said why, and who are we following, and who is this yoga teacher that I went and you know, decided to train with and give my life energy to believe in. So yeah, the breathing, we'll definitely get to it. I did already throw one of the most powerful breaths on you. That's what I do, right? We'll get to it, but start with the breath of fire. This way, if all else fails, you will survive. Because, yeah, if you're alone, if you're scared, if you don't have energy, if you need to warm your body literally, breath of fire can do all that. It activates you, it calms you, it warms you. So it must, like, wake up your senses, your eyes, your hearing. So as I'm sharing with you, I'm realizing how powerful that breath of fire is. And that's what I mean about learning. And I'm just getting some very important water, agua, hydrate, because I am out here in the sun. My goodness, this is interesting and cool. Of course, no one knows I'm here. Oh my God. this water tastes better than ever. And it's not any, it's, it's regular water, but this charged with so much energy because I have been doing this water alchemy work with sun gazing, placing water out in the sun, putting crystals in my water, which I learned on a beautiful retreat that I went to, actually, with someone I met, like you guys, which was my first trying to communicate and come out of my self imposed loneliness and protection and everything. So I said, I love people. I love being with alive people. And, that got really challenging for several reasons. I can't just blame it on the cave in, on the plantation. I cannot just blame it on that because it kind of started before that, where I started like with the training yoga, and then you start to have to look at yourself and become aware and detachment, and somebody starts to mention shadow work. And you're like, oh my gosh, at least I am. I'm like, I love my shadow. That's my best friend. I dance with my shadow. I love to. In fact, look, you guys can't. Well, this is what Omi does, right? She's like, let me show you. So I'm going to try to show you now so you can see. I don't know if you can. Can you see? Like, I love to do things and dance with my shadow. And, like, I feel like if my shadow looks very skinny, though. That is for sure. I am trying to gain weight. I'm not going to do any of that, what I found out about online, man. That shoots is crazy. You know what I'm talking about. When I say B girls, I don't mean the BBL. Below. Wait, yo. Okay, so if you guys understand what I'm saying, I didn't quite get it. I was like, oh my God. And no one, I don't think anyone does. I think I might be the only, I don't know. You see me good now? Okay. I might be the only one that really, I know there's other shadow dancers out there, but I think it really has some importance. I think really there's a reason for it. And wow, look what I found when I was wondering what I should do and if I should do it and where I should do it. As soon as I walked in, I found this sign. And you guys, let's do a little energetic cleansing with it. Oh. And since I mentioned that I did go on the retreat and I met someone, yeah, as you can see, I'm excited. I am my mind, thoughts, like everyone else. Even if you train, even if you study, even if you practice, even if you do meditation and mantras and vision boards, we're human and we came for this experience and we're never going to be perfect. We're going to be imperfectly perfect. So, the emotions and the thoughts, they're here. The goal, I think, what I have come to realize is that we get all these tools. People try, like the people I've met, keep getting to that, try to share these tools with us to remind us and to help us to manage and get through these moments, right? It's not that we're never gonna do that, and we're never. That's why it's like, oh my God, people, people are so quick to jump on people and get down on them, and they messed it up, and they're not who they said they were, and it's kind of it's not fair, first of all, because we're all in a learning process, learning as I learn how to not keep getting bigger and bigger as we speak. Um, I do believe people say people can't change, people won't change, they never change, they're the same. How can they? If you keep thinking of them like that, and you're so powerful and you're so strong, and your eye power is so much, and your finger pointing power is so much. So imagine five of you, mastermind aligning, getting together to make sure that that person never changes. Did you guys, five of you, did you ever get together and say, I know that that person is wonderful. I know that they're great. I've seen them do amazing things. They're going to snap back into it. They're going to inner stand and they're going to look good again, get themselves a beautiful, read a good, all of a sudden somebody's going to give them a book or they're going to get up and do some sling yoga like I hope to do, we hope to do, we will be doing a retreat and some yoga dancing and um, understanding about forever now. Did you guys get together and say, I know people say, let's get together and pray for people, but that has a certain connotation, right? So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just really, really genuinely believing and not like, oh, I hope they're going to change. But anyway, you see what I'm saying? One thing leads to another. It's all connected. Our well-being, our unity, our health, it's a priority. So let's get back to the health in terms of using the tools to rebalance, find harmony. The other thing I find is amazing is inversions, okay? Inversion. That's exactly what the book is about. Flip your world upside down. And inversions help you to see things differently. So, okay, so, well, we can do a simple inversion, right? So, a simple inversion would be starting and getting your head just sort of hanging. And from here, you can shake your head. Yes, yes, you can shake your head. Get the blood circulating. And that feels really good. Actually, I can feel my neck. I can feel the blood. My head feels heavier. So it's gonna like circulate blood to my brain. It's gonna circulate blood, and it's gonna make me feel different. It's gonna make me see. I can see the sun differently. You see what I mean? I can see the sun differently, and the sky, and everything just looks different, and it makes me laugh. So even just a simple inversion is good. If you can't do a headstand or shoulder stand yet, but if we stick together, I can show you because I didn't. What I can do now, believe me, it took a lot of focus, concentration. Of course, yes, I always dance. I'm not going to fib, little white lies, right? You know, I've always danced. I used to think, oh man, I wanted to go to the Olympics. Big dreams. I was going to the Olympics. And I taught myself how to do gymnastics because that's how it had to be. I had to teach myself. So I taught myself how to do aerial cartwheel without hands and a forward flip. I learned to do a forward dive and all that stuff. So I'm not, but the yoga is different. It's not, you have to be, oh, this is what I had an issue with. Discipline, focus, commitment, um, following other people, trusting, I guess, other people's timing. So I think the yoga, not I think, I mean, I was definitely like on fire. That's why I say, that's why I have this thing that I say I'm a hottie, hip hop hottie gone holistic. Because yeah, I was just like, so if I had more focus, more discipline, um, listen, it's all great. It was all amazing. And here we go for another one to help to rebalance, refocus. So we have our shoulders down. So, wherever you are, if you can just start, it's a journey, right? So if you just sort of like, oh my God, I can't, it's starting like this, or, you know, you're here and you're just sort of, but your goal is to really use yourself, your own hands, to support yourself, right? Pulling it up through your belly and reaching for the sky in a different direction, really. And as well, keeping your chins to your chest. Because this is the part that compression. Yes, actually gets really relaxing. But it takes a while. Or, there is a stage where it's all very weird, very awkward. Oh, and then I learned this massage right here on your eyebrows. Okay, so you guys do what you can. I'm just showing you what's to come, what are opportunities that. Can you see me? Am I laying here? This? I'm not. Yeah. So basically, you see, you can't do more. You just go into a state of silence. You see, it's very challenging because when you really do it, you do get the effects. So, me rambling on and changing my focus did not sort of really focus me. I have to be because that's serious. Changing the blood flow, bringing blood to your brain. bubbles. We only did 3 exercises, and I'm feeling like this. But of course, there's all this other adrenaline because it's live, and I really, you know, imagine I should be a little bit more organized and have, but I have ideas. And like I said, it was a breakthrough for me. Now, if you came to a class in person and in private, of course the flow would be more direct. But and actually, after a lot of things happen, and a whole weekend of, we do have so much on our mind, and we're just overwhelmed, and we're trying to feel better and appreciate what we did, and yet maybe recognize what we could have done better. Especially as I said earlier, if you do decide to drink alcohol or party too much, and you know that kind of thing. So ultimately, it all comes back to utilizing these tools, and not and being okay with, if it's imperfectly perfect, the choices that we make. Yes, like my first live was also funny because I'm probably gonna do the same thing, but this one I did move a few steps further in the beginning process. So I'm curious to see about the end. And everything is a growing process. This is a learning for all of us, right? And I took the chance when I just got online because honestly, I was like, I had no idea. I would look at YouTube videos or whatever, but as I said, I was in the process of getting out of real life, imagine, right? So then when I said, okay, listen, I want to be with people, I want to share what I know, I want to communicate, and if this is what's going on, especially like I said, if this is the, I have to learn, I have to get with it, it's, so I started, and I started little by little, and I started to communicate with people because I love to communicate. And I know it's silly because everybody just sort of acts like they, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it, but I feel like I'm introducing myself. I don't know you. I haven't seen you in a while. So just like I would in person, I always say hello. I always say aloha, hola, kind of just to open it up. Because it seems like we're acting like we're reading each other's minds and we're on the same page and the same vibe and all that. But not really. I mean, so anyway, I started to communicate, and then I always write positive things, and it's not a hype or a joke or anything. It's really how I feel, and it's really because I started to realize there's way more people out there like me that really are not having friends in person, that do have goals and dreams, that would like to change, that can be the change, that are doing the work. So as I started to write, and then I realized, oh, people are communicating with me as well. It was very cool, very exciting, and um, I really kept in touch with this couple of people. It's a couple, and then I ended up taking a trip, and I actually met them. I literally made it a priority to go and see them because I really thought that they were sincere in their work and their words and what they were doing. And I wanted to, I guess, I didn't plan it. I just wanted to know them. But through doing that, I did realize that they really are sincere. They really live the life that they're talking about. Um, their goal, of course, everybody's goal is to be successful, to succeed, to have a job, and right? I get that. Promote what they're doing, but they genuinely were living this life and fun. Like that wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna be a yogi and I'm going to be, I'm gonna be, not even putting titles on it, really, actually, just living as wholesomely, as healthily, as diversely, and giving as much to be a part of the new consciousness and the awakening, just into a better life for us all. So that inspired me, you know, and they kind of surprised me too. It's a problem. Surprised me. Oh, here. We're gonna, we're gonna post you and this and that. So I was like, well, if I'm out already, then I'm out. I'm out of the closet. It's like God's way of just, if you don't do something, at least I feel like He comes and He shoves, just, whatever that might be for you, you know, one closed door, it might be like, oh my gosh, this happened to me. It's a failure. Oh, they don't want me. Or I didn't do it right. Or I've got to leave that home. But it really could just be like God being like, look, you just don't have the confidence. You don't realize how much better you are, how much more there is for you, how much you can give and receive. And then He just slams the door. So I feel like that's kind of what happened to me. He like slammed the door open. It's like, you're being ridiculous. You're having all these doubts and these fears, you know, posting on YouTube, of making videos and what you're going to say, and especially of going live, right? Because every day, what do you think about? You think about, oh, I want to be doing this. I want to be sharing. I want to be growing. I want to be doing fun things. I want to share. But the thing is, then they tell you you have to have a niche and, your target audience and this and that. And I don't know if you have seen, I didn't want to talk and stuff, so I started showing you guys nature. And, I thought that some people could really use some peace of mind and a place to go to that was simple and that you could see the clues. There's like clues between the words I write, between the pictures I say, maybe the description. It all it's all a clue. It's all leading to health, well-being, better choices, nature, connecting, getting past our fears. Because how does a full-on hip-hop fashionista person in the industry who totally was afraid to even look at the sky, how do I get to a point where I'm in love with a pig who's not a pig? He's actually a boar. It's not so boring after all. He's crazy. No, he's not crazy. He just chased me yesterday. He's getting bigger and he was hungry, so I realized that I need to be more aware of being in the wild. I'm still learning. That's why I thought it would be great to share my journey with you, because so many people say they want to get more peace, you know, and they want to live healthier and everything. But the big one is they want to awaken. They want to. Oh my gosh, be careful. Really be careful what you ask for. Hey, how's everybody doing? Can you see me? Maybe we get another view. Are there more views? Mountain? I think you should have a really good time and just take it easy wherever you are. You know? I know now why my yoga teacher would say to us, I feel so blessed to have studied with him. And I feel like I was blessed that I always get to study with the partying gurus. Because you know, we're not naked living in a cave somewhere. especially when we love food and we love fashion and we love music. I mean, shoots. Oh, look, shadow thing again. But yeah, because sometimes, then you become lonely, right? Because then you have to make changes. So just do it slowly. Do it. There's no need, really. Everything will happen. I don't know if any of you listen to Alan Watts. See, that's what I did for a long time too. I was so like, I needed information. I needed to learn. And I wanted to fill my head with good things, with intelligent things, with things that educated worldly people, because my road didn't take me directly to that university or that college, or that degree, but it did take me to a lot of learning places, a lot of places I chose that I was interested in, and they were wonderful and great, but maybe they didn't have other information, right? So I started to study and listen to these philosophers and great thinkers like Alan Watts, who I felt drawn to, and it was so cool because, he was just like, just don't worry and just, it's all right here for us, like we are everything, he says. We are it. And beauty can be found anywhere. I mean, he's a little cuckoo because he's like, he must have been, he was looking at that ashtray. He said there was something in that ashtray that looked so beautiful to him. So, but anyway, yeah, and it's really cool if you like the music, which I can't live without music. I pretty much, I mean, I'm living without music now because I have to, or else I would have had music for you guys. I realized I may have to just get another phone, play the music and check out so I could talk to you guys, chat or something. Um, Medicine bag with a pendulum. But I learned on my retreat, my New Jersey retreat, the Trident Woman retreat, that Mario Kukasi suggests, well, and I'm sure many other people suggest not doing a pendulum on metal. So I'll just leave it there now for design, but I will be creating some pendulums on leather. And I think I'm going to make some medicine bags actually, because I have the most beautiful piece of leather from Native Americans, from Indians. I'm not sure. Look into it, which tribe, but I do have a beautiful piece. Although I might just wear it, just wrap it all around me, tie it. So yeah, as you can see, I love to share. And I have a lot of information I saved up. In fact, I had so much information. I mean, so much notes. I love to write. I love to write. So I would take notes on all these courses that I did. So, but something happened to me. Like, I don't know. Like, even being so quote unquote healthy and knowing all that I knew and speaking positively and not having bad words in my language, all this took years of practice, of cutting out even the simple curse words. I was never a big, like, I was never like, some of my friends and some of my friends F word in between all the other words. And, I know you guys see Brooklyn in my name, and I know you see tropical and all that, but my home, my heart, my roots, Brooklyn in the house, and the language, you guys know. So I just decided that I was going to make that change of not cursing, not using, and going even further. Actually, when I did my yoga retreat, he took us to another level when he said that we should stop using negatives in our conversations, in our words. And I was like, well, I'm so positive. I talk positive, right? But then he said, you know what? He said, listen to yourself. You say don't, can't, won't, shouldn't, didn't. Um, I didn't realize that. So whenever we would speak, he would say it again. And I started to practice even with the most absurd things. Like, let's say there's a huge boulder in front of you, like a huge boulder. I mean, I just would do this because I had to make it. And how could I figure out, like, to say that I can't move that boulder? How could I say? So I would try to think, I would say, someone said, move that boulder, instead of me just saying, I can't move that boulder. I would say, well, I would really like to be able to move that boulder. Let me see if I could figure anything out. I'm not sure that I can. I don't have much experience with boulders. Now that took a lot more words, but it was definitely more positive. For some reason, just saying the word no, even though you're saying no about the boulder, this and that, the person that asked you, they just feel and hear the no. This is how human conditioning is. That's what I learned as well. The average person, even small rejections hurt. And I did it personally too. I did it to someone. Well, they came very late, so I was a little ticked. And, but still, and I just said something, and I said it in a negative, and I didn't mean to, and I never forgot that, because that's all they'll remember, and I don't want that. So I don't want that. I would like something different. See? So yeah, it's a big game, and it takes a long time. Thank you for staying with me and listening to this, listening to me try to figure out how to share and what to share. And yeah, I love to write, but what I was trying to say was I had so much written down, so much information. I'd studied so much. And then after the cave-in, I wasn't feeling my best at all. In fact, I ended up getting not well. And I said to myself, screw this, what the frig? What is all this information that I wrote down, and this and that, and it didn't help me. I didn't help myself. I got sick. I went down. So I just got a big bag, and I started to throw out all the things that I wrote down, all this information that I had, like a big bag. I was like, what the heck is all this stuff? Because I've been planning on writing a book. I've been planning on sharing with you guys, but I guess all that planning and not doing, and then the whole being like overeating homemade bread. While we were in the house, I decided to learn to make rustic bread, and that takes good butter, and of course there's shrimp, plenty of shrimp, and tortas fritas con mate. I learned to make them to perfection, and those are very, very well fried pieces of dough, and better if you put sugar sprinkle on them. So all this didn't work out so well for me, even though I'm thin and stuff. In fact, it actually turned me to get thinner now, like not eating well and then getting sick. So yeah, I threw out all that paperwork and everything, and I started to take. I said, I better take physical action. Never mind trying to preach and teach. And that's another thing I was doing. I was being one of those cuckoos that would find these amazing life enhancing videos, like from Alan Watts or like from Earl Nightingale. Like these are my mentors. These much more senior holy gentlemen that are gone, and tried to send them to people. How did that work out? Not random people. People that say they have problems. Friends that you hear crying, or that sometimes, say, oh, so you think, okay, listen, I found the answer. I found the secret. I really did. Excuse me, I'm adjusting myself because it's getting a little hot. Sweating a little, which is good. Sweating is good, you guys. Don't try not to sweat. Um, Use a natural deodorant. Anytime is a good time to switch. I was working at this shop one time, and this lovely lady who I know she's mystical and magical and stuff, and she handed me this little natural stone deodorant. So really, anytime is a good time to just make that switch. You know, Today is forever, forever is now. So you can switch over to Uncle Tom's. I don't know if he said that. Anyway, Tom's toothpaste. Here, everybody calls everybody Uncle, so. But when I say it like that, it sounds a little funny. So anyway, yeah, so I don't know if any of you check out my posts, my community posts, because that's another thing. I was feeling like a little very ghosty there for a long time, so I'm like, okay, patience is a virtue. I'm not sure. I can't figure this out. I keep trying to look it up. I don't know who can see me anywhere, really. Between us all trying to figure out the algorithm, which I just heard some really good stuff, that it's really about you guys and not the algorithm. So that made me feel much better, and that came directly from Mr. Algorithm and the growing team, Search and Grow. Discover. So I want to be discovered out here. Only because it's just better. I don't want to feel lonely. The whole point was to be with people and share and grow, and not like feel like my digital journal, my internet journal. But anyway, I'm doing this whole. I decided. Someone mentioned it actually. I don't know if you guys know Robert Blake, but he's amazing. He's awesome. He's somebody I started to listen to. I try to be really, really aware of who I give my energy to, who I'm listening to, who I'm learning from. I really, really do. Because what I want to learn and what I want to share with you, I want it to be, I want to prepare us for this quantum jumping, this astro traveling. And I've been talking like this for a while. I've been talking like this to people because I had to implement it when I didn't even know how to say quantum, when I didn't even know, there's words I didn't know how to even say, and I would try to say them, and in normal, just to start to put it in the minds of people, like planting little seeds, because the time is coming, the time is here, everything, because of this YouTube, because of the internet, because of AI. And I didn't want to be afraid of AI, so I really took some time to meditate on it. I don't really know how to utilize it much. A few things here and there, actually. But I don't use it for my writing. I speak in riddles sometimes. I write. Some people say it sounds like poetry. It just comes out this way. Maybe because, like I said, I did this training to delete the negativity. And because I love music so much, and maybe because I'm talking to the kid in us, because really we all are. We just got tricked that we're supposed to grow up, we're supposed to get mature, and we really didn't want to, and we really all don't really want to. Some of us, oh, I'm going to do it, with grace, and I'm going to, do it. But honestly, we just want to chill. We want to be our childish self, and yeah, do what we need to do, but in a fun way. But then again, society makes it really challenging and it doesn't really allow us to have fun doing our work as much as we would like to. So, yeah, I mean, there's so much to talk about, as you can see. But it all relates back to being healthy and being happy and being um, able to implement these tools. So I did this thing on my community post where it's 1,000 days of activity. I know it sounds crazy, and I don't know. I'm only on day 33 now, but look where it led me. I I'm live. I did a couple of things. Um, throughout that, we completed the Anthony Norvell. He's another author who's really amazing, and he's very magical. He was very, very successful. And when I say successful, I guess I'm saying financially, respected out in the world, able to go, public and give what he thought the world needed and be respected for that and be paid well and live the way that you want to live. I guess I would say whatever that means for you, success. I'm not. But anyway, he does this thing called the Magic Power Circle, and I really love that one. So I have that as part of this, and we did that. So that's 20 days, and he calls them the golden rules. One of them, the one that I love, is the Magic Power Mask, the mask. So you wear a mask. So even if you don't feel like it, like if I'm getting a little bit um, if I just wear a mask of confidence. You see, if you get a little bit fluttered or you feel a little bit insecure or you're not sure, you can actually remember that you can just open your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, I wear a magic power mask. And then you have your mask of confidence, right? And there's actually a little story. I'm not sure, I don't, it's a and it basically talks about a king who wants to woo his bride, who wants to woo this beautiful woman, but he feels very unattractive. He feels that he's been the things that he's done, he could never, his face shows it, and he could never approach this delicate, this innocent, this beautiful, this loving, this kind woman. So he has his guru assistants and his guides, and they say to him, "We know of this magic power mask," and they say, put this magic power mask on, and this mask is of kindness and of compassion and of understanding and of love and of beauty and of simplicity." So he's so excited, and he puts his mask on, and he gets them to dress him very lovely, very gentleman. And he goes to her, and she looks at him with a gleam in her eye, and she lovingly smiles at him, and she follows him, and he asks her to be his bride, and she says yes. And so everything is going well for a while. Then some time goes by, and then he goes back to his guides, and he says, please do me, he says, take this mask off. I can't lie to her anymore. Take the mask off. I have to show her who I really am. And they take the mask off, and they look at him, and they're surprised, and they're shocked. And he looks in the mirror, and he's surprised, and he's shocked. Because he's kind, and he's beautiful, and he's sympathetic, and his eyes are beaming and glowing, and there's love on his face. So he goes, and he looks at his bride, And she looks at him with the same loving, shining eyes, as if nothing, as if she's never seen any difference in him. They kiss and they hug, and off they go into the castle. So, and yeah, so I do believe in it. And believe it or not, you can actually look at my shorts of my video. I did go to a castle this summer. I wanted to go to the castle. The conversation, that was another one. I know we've gone all over the place here. I hope you guys are with me. I hope you can understand the frame of thoughts, all getting to us enjoying our lives and to choosing activities, to choosing thoughts. Because then when you just start to flow and you start to converse, good things come out of your mouth, or funny things come out of your mouth, or ideas come out of your mouth. Creativity, as opposed to blame or shame or guilt or fear or gossip. And you know, so yeah, I think doing all this work led me to the castle, because I had gone on a vacation, on a trip. I call it a trip, right? Because it was everything. It was the good, the bad, the ugly, the informative, the, you know, awakening, the all of those trips when you reunite. But anyway, in one of those conversations, the ladies extended an invitation to me, and that invitation at first started to go, it was about going out to a lovely place to dine. And I don't really do that much often. I don't go dining, you know, lovely places and all that. I like to, and I will more often, you know, but anyway. And somehow they ended the conversation that we're just going to go to some diner. So I was like, wait a minute. I already went to 2 diners, and this person in particular knows it's not really my favorite place. I can appreciate them and everything, right? But especially when you're on a trip, on a vacation. So I decided to say, no, thank you. It's not really like me. I'm usually very, just go with the flow and okay and all right, and don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and we'll be together and all those things, right? But I was like, I can't understand that. Why would these more mature ladies, are they doing this on purpose? Like, is this person like, why would they talk about going to eat at a castle and then go, let's just go to the diner? So I said, well, I was like, it's going like this. She was on the phone. I was like, I'm good, thank you. I'll go out into the garden and I'll meditate. I'll dream about the castle. So I let it go at that. And then she told, no, she doesn't forget it. Da, da, da. So anyway, let it go. But I didn't have any bad feelings or anything. I just thought it was funny and like, oh, I will try not to do that. And then anyway, when the time came, they invited me to the castle. So I do have some pictures. And guess what? The castle was lovely. The food, I have no idea. The food, ugh, I can't even. And then it turns out that the chef, they had a problem with the chef. Personally, I don't understand why those ladies didn't. They should have had a complimentary dessert. They should have had the meal comp. The one lady's chicken was completely dry, and she was very, very blunt and very, like, take this back. It's dry. I thought it was a little bold and but that's they deserved it. But anyway, yeah. So don't get crazy about high life and the castle and all success, and these people were all very successful. Hmm. I found a lot of successful people very, very stressed out about making schedules, but at the same time saying that they didn't want to do it. Nobody else wanted to do it, and I was thinking, wow, I'm so glad that I decided to step back and step out and choose something different and decide to do what some of them thought was a little selfish, my self-love and my yoga and my caring. Look, I'm sweaty. I don't want to be sweaty for you guys. And yeah, I do yoga and I'm holistic, but I still like to, I still love fashion and I still love beauty and I still love art and I love beautiful things and I do love to go to unique places. I think what made this place very unique is that a man built it for his wife, the castle. I think that is the more probably beautiful story about it. So yeah, I have the acting thing going on. Activate, ACT. And that's another funny thing too because before I started all this, I had kept thinking and thinking, oh, what's the name of my channel going to be? Oh, what am I going to do? And it was going to be ACT, ACT, Activate Can Theory, which is actually based on scientific evidence and studies going on by a woman scientist, Chia, Chia. Got to get the name right, but I can't find it now on YouTube. And I don't know, she might be one of those other ones who's about to make a breakthrough, and it's like, shh, break out. So she was saying that we have to question gravity. Now, I love that question gravity. Okay, so she's working on that. That's a real theory, and so I use that as my inspiration, and doing a one or I'm doing more than one thing every single day towards life, towards this life, and I really thank you, whoever is there, looking at me, listening to me, for inspiring me to keep going. I don't know people like when you chat and when you answer back and things and this and that and when you acknowledge them and I will learn how to see the chat on the replay and then I can even, do things like that. But it's all a learning process that is for the average person, they might think one way. I cannot. My brain, all those little signs and little symbols and things on buttons, on doors. I don't understand them. I don't read them correctly. In fact, on my trip, and I thought I was beyond this, I thought that before I went into a restroom, that I looked very well at the sign, because no more, for a long time, obviously, que no dicen woman or men. It doesn't say that. It's all everybody's interpretation, which now has gotten very, very, very unique. So I thought I was good. It seems someone had to come and tell me from somebody else that I did go into the men's room again. This time I didn't even notice. I didn't even. Usually I notice. Usually I'm like, oh, and I get out. Herbal remedies must have kicked in because, anyway. But yeah, it's a fact. So I don't really understand. I can sit there and I can look at it, I can like literally look and be thinking But common, so anyway, everything takes me, I go like around the back, through the side, up over, and then I'm like, to figure it out. So, and it could be a good thing, could be a good thing. I've learned so much sometimes by just like letting it get a little effed up, It's like, oh, okay, I see now. That's what will happen. All right. Or by maybe not responding right away. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good one to do. Really see with a lot of things. Like if you don't respond, never mind responding the correct way, just not responding can really teach you a lot from a lot of things in life. People, yeah. So we did do a few exercises. Remember, the I don't know if the title came out to help us get over the partying and get refocused and rebalanced. So I'm gonna re-go on that again, which is no matter what we did, no matter how we feel today, we have an opportunity to do a few exercises, to drink some water, to sneak out into the sun. Yo, you know what I mean? To do the belly exercise. Let's say we have some pain, we ate too much over the weekend, we drank too much. Remember in the beginning, I did the extend the belly, and pump the breath of fire. We can use the breath of fire just in general to activate ourselves. And what I like to do is the breath of fire. We can actually lift our hands like this. Now there's a Kriya, which I'll show you, but not today, because we really got to focus on that. That's 3 minutes, 3 exercises, but this is one of them. But you could do this anywhere you're feeling low energy, you might feel cold, you might feel nervous, and this will help to activate, calm the nerves, and warm you up. And this literally, now you can do this standing up. You can do this so you're someplace and you just sneak away, right? You just kind of sneak away and you. Can you see my belly? So the point I'm trying to make it so that you can see it's really a pumping. It's a pumping, a breath of fire. And you focus, if you have to focus on anything, you focus more on out. Excuse me. And then you have your hands up, and what you really want to do is try to do it for like as long as you can. 1 minute to 3 minutes is our beginner goal, okay? And then what we do is when we get to that point, you activate your hands because you've got pressure points, right? In your fingers. So you want to do that 15 times. So you do the breath of fire, breathing. You get to your 1 minute and you take your fingers and you press them in like so. That is really important. Another really important thing, crucial, is you hold your breath. Okay, so we pump, we hold our breath, and we activate. And one more step. Once we're done with the 15, we keep holding our breath and we go very slowly up. So this is endurance and patience and allowing all that new fresh air to circulate within our whole body. So it looks like this. This is the last part. holding my breath. Now, when we first start, we're probably going to go like this, like try to go like this, like, and we don't even know where our fingers are. So that's okay, you know? It's as slowly as you can do it. And as you continue to practice this, you'll find that mysteriously, almost at some point, some days, it's almost like you're not even doing anything, and your hands start to, like, energetically, they're like magnetically, your fingers are attracted. You see, I missed it, but I'm not focused, but you see, they're attracted to each other. So it's a very simple exercise that, and it only takes a minute, but it's got so much, well, 3 minutes altogether. So, but it's got so much in it. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a mini version, okay? So a mini version of the whole thing. Okay, so here we go. Breath of fire. It's hard to do a mini version. That was the last part, was the placing the hands together and then coming down very slowly, like same thing. It was a continuation of the flow, just taking it back. Wow. As you can see, just doing a little bit really has its effects very rapidly. Thank you for being with me. As we explore and experience these holistic tactile acts that I'm sharing here. I think I'm going to wrap it up. The good reason to wrap it up is because I'm out of water. So, please remember to drink water every single day, or as much as you can. If it's something that you don't do regularly, just start. You know, it's another thing that will happen. It's really the only thing I pretty much drink, although I do like to have kombucha and other delicious juices, but I just so forming this habit that I pretty much stick to that. And then also, you don't need to get into the habit of, of spending lots of money on these fancy drinks, you know. I did learn. I did learn to make kombucha. I left the mommy. I left it. I things happen, you know. I made ginger ale. Oh, that was awesome. It was like a bomb. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we can do. I appreciate you sticking with me, even though I'm not writing back to you or mentioning you. If you contact me on my community posts or any of my videos, and I know that, you know, or you want to leave a comment, I will appreciate that because I do like to know. And oh, guess what? I am so excited and glad that I did this because when I realized how many countries that I have been communicating with, whether literally a few different people wrote, but like without people writing to me, I mean, it's exciting to me. I have a huge audience in India, in Pakistan, people from Canada, even from Russia, you know. But I love people. I love all people, right? There's good people in every country, no matter what their leaders are doing. That is super important for us to remember, especially now. There's so many things happening around the world, and this is our way. This is a way to unite us, to communicate, to remind us, to remind each other. So there's even people from East Pakistan, East, I can't, what, East Pakistan, one of those countries, like, what's his name, you know, I think from where he's from, crazy movie, um, yeah, so también que yo, I did the whole interview. I didn't really speak any Spanglish, but I do hablar español y tengo mi bilingual, tengo en México también. México también. Sí, así estoy muy contenta con todos los países, con todo, all the different countries and people. And I would love to hear, like, really, like, what countries and, you know, yeah. Thank you for staying with me. Listen, you might be here for a little while more because I'm gonna try to figure out how to shut it off. Like I didn't figure that out last time. And I also have to figure out how to create a screen. So maybe I want to do more of a podcast or storytelling. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So this I found, this was my good luck sign that it was good to do the retreat. It is a retreat, right? 'Cause it's been a while and we did all kinds of stuff. And my book says here, behind you are all your memories. Before you are all your dreams. Around you are all who love you. And within you is all you need. That is true. Okay, so this is what it says here. The neutral state. So sometimes I don't even know what I write, and I write it for myself, and that's why what I share with you is also for me to learn and grow. The neutral state, quantum shift, fire breathing. So perfect, because that's what we did today, and I didn't even read this. So it's alignment, fire breathing, breath, retention, and visualization. Qigong, cultivate Qi energy. Standing movement. who wrote this? Embrace the tree. I have to go do that now. I didn't know I wrote that to myself. That's funny. And it's on the first page. I'm looking around. I don't really see any trees to embrace, but one last thing I'll do for you guys. I don't know. People are skydiving. Actually, you know what? Before I go, I could use it for myself because sitting in that position, I could just feel that my knees got a little bit. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that is a skydiver. She was like, "Why did you make me do this?" So I'll just do a few moves since I'm here. And like I said, sitting so long. So this is what I do, yoga dance, and I would love to have music now, but I'm doing improv. Makes me feel good. So I take my yoga training and I take my dance. For balance throughout the day. When you do one side, you have to do another, right? Does anybody believe in dyslexia and ADHD and OCD and all those things? Who knows what they are? But sometimes things happen with our brains, left side and the right side. And that's why we do the things we do to balance them. That's why we do them on both sides, to keep it balanced so we have less of those, whatever they're called, moments in our life. And even when we do, so we can accept them, because sometimes things happen for a reason. Actually, this feels really good to just do this yoga dance instead of all that talking. I was getting a little bit like, why am I talking? I wasn't planning on talking so much. Royal Dancer is one of my favorites. They say if you can master the Royal Dancer, you can know the cosmos. So I think we should try to do that. Oh, I heard my back crack. You see? So my spine is opening up. Oxygen and air. We bring oxygen and air to our spine. So even if you are not trained in any kind of yoga or dance, just moving your body, even like when you think you don't feel good, that's the best time to do it. When you have aches and pains, and you're stretching out and trying to release, there's a reason why we yawn and we stretch, right? So our body's telling us move. Move. And this bird feather can inspire me to move like a bird, right? I've been watching birds lately. Okay, just a little more. But here's the thing. Like I did show before, a fully realized pose. You don't have to do the royal dancer like that. You can just start like this. And as you start to grow, you get more confidence. You realize that you're pulling in and up. You're pressing your foot down into the ground. You have your legs straight. Your chest is up. You have your gaze 4 feet in front of you, and you're confident enough. You start to push. You push your foot up. You push your foot up. So there's a lot going on. There's really in each pose. That's why it might look simple, but it's not, and it's okay, because that's the goal of yoga, is to get us working from the inside out. So it's not just about the body, the posture, the power. Yeah, those things come, but they will not come if you do not have the inner work to do it, and to take the practice, and to detach and do it by yourself, to implement it into your life. So yeah, so that's what we did today. We just tried to make each other aware that it's okay, whatever, the party, the eating, the burgers, the gossip, all the makeup and all the stuff and everything that may or may not have happened. And we're coming into a new time, getting ready to go, back into a different way of working, maybe, than the summer vibes and all that. So there is a way to realign, readjust, to, take the good, from the summer and ditch, the learning experiences that we figured out are maybe not for our best, right? So we have our breath of fire, our inversion, our spinal twist, and then our just free flow, do whatever we want to get our body moving and into motion. And of course, getting out into the sunshine, getting out into fresh air, and getting to hug a tree, which I told myself to do. I don't know if that's much of a tree. It's more like weeds, right? So, but it's a start. I'll get to a tree today, because that's the whole point. Not enough to just tell people what to do or have the right words, but if you don't do it. Okay, so it's hard for me to see who's there. Let's see here. Maybe I can just do something silly, because I don't want to be all up in your face. Can I do something silly to you guys? Like, okay, guys, I did my own little block fig, because I don't want to have my eyeballs like up in your face. But yay! I see that Kitty Mogul was there. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't really, But I'm gonna figure this out. I love you guys so much. And this is my little splurge to myself. I love this purse. So we're gonna get a lot of, ooh, look, there's a surprise in there. I love surprises. I love to hide things in little bags, in little boxes, treasure boxes, and see what they are when I find them. Oh my God, that's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so, yep. I'm gonna start to have giveaways, okay? I'm gonna do something like treasure hunt. This is a mystery bracelet because my lady friend who gave it to me said that some of the pearls are real. So I'm just gonna have to go home. I don't want to do that in front of you, each pearl. But treasures in my own backyard. All right, ladies and gents, or ladies, beings, humans. Oh, muy importante, muy importante. Everybody, all the lovely beauties, ladies, anyone who is striving to thrive, of any shade, of any color, of any nationality, I'm encouraging you and inspiring you to please, let's get together, because it's another trick, it's another trap, all right? A distraction and distortion. You see what I'm saying? And if it takes pumping it up, if it takes giving you guys money, if it takes the algorithm, blowing it up to create the distraction, distortion, whatever it takes, it's not, I'm not saying it's not the people working at YouTube or this or that or whatever. I'm saying it's a higher force, a higher energy. Because we're coming to a place where we are awakening to something amazing, something wonderful. This co-creativity, this mastermind aligning, you know, we do need to be together. So I inspire you. Look, I've been I could show you myself. I can go from super white, do my hair pin straight, walk into a place, then I could just like go get duck, go to another country and just be right there, speak the language, and animals. It happens in nature. I'm gonna show it to you. One horse right now, as we speak, is transitioning. He's completely black. He started out completely black, and guess what? At some point, he's gonna be completely white with no skin bleaching, just natural. So I'm thinking we're onto something here, and I love it. I love all the exoticals, all the ambiguous, all the everyone's. I don't even know how to say them. All that has like letters, right? And what all the letters say to me are separation, and embracing our uniqueness and self-love is definitely something that we should do and be proud of and share our cultures. How exciting is that? I keep see how much I love you guys, and especially I was able to see one person's name that inspired me so much. But yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's not anyone's fault. We've been conditioned. We allowed ourselves. It's part of the process. We came here to learn, and those of us who really came to win and came to be like lights, little lights. I say little lights and little lighthouses because we can do it without protesting. You know, we just do it in our own little way. Like my little piggy messages, Choinky the boar and the birds. I'm just like, I do that because it's possible. I was so afraid. I could not even look at the sky. If you came in the room, I could hook you up. I could make you look good. I could change your makeup. I could do your hair. I could twist and tie without any sewing. I could put safety pins. I could do that kind of thing. But take me outside, and face The real deal, that was a little challenging, got confused for a while. But I think now, I think I've been guided just to do the best I can, really. And if anybody wants to join me, that's really all I'm asking. But just join me and let's try to have some fun. And I'll be here, you know? I'll be here as long as I'm alive, trying to create something, Trying to find a better reason to be alive. I think I realized something too on this. One of the reasons I think that we try to find a partner it goes beyond. I really think it's for these times when we start to awaken and we realize it's good to have somebody with you on the journey, because it's challenging, and to stay committed, to stay focused, and to get through those quote unquote mundane times. I know. We'll get more on that. That's a very deep subject. It just kind of came to me yesterday about sometimes why we have certain relationships and maybe we think we want, more excitement and changes but it's all happening. All right. Thank you so much, ladies. I really, really, I hope I was able to entertain you. I mean, mainly it's entertainment, right? I mean, mainly life is entertainment. So I would like you to take me sincerely, not so seriously, because you guys know what you need for your life, and everything that you're doing is probably so perfect that you don't even realize it. That's probably be my last message to you, is to try to understand how truly perfectly imperfect you are, and it's okay, and how beautiful, like so beautiful. I see some of you ladies. I can't. I know what happens to men. I'm telling you, they can care less what you say. They just like to look at you. Just saying, doing. You're so beautiful. Just honor that beauty. Honor it. It's precious. It's unique. Although it's everywhere. It's just different. And if you also realize that, I know everyone's speaking about decentering men, which is super, super important. And it's not about putting them down, bashing them, or being better than them. It's about embracing this goddess and this beautiful energy and this delicate, sincere, nurturing energy that the world literally revolves around. Literally, literally, you can, like, people will do anything for you for this energy of this beautiful, I mean, just find your divinity and divinity will be attracted to you. Yeah, it's really all about that. It's not about the others. It's not about bashing, and it's not about, um, it's just about us having the courage and the faith. Because your beauty and your youth is a gift. And it's a gift of selection. Because you're very selective, aren't you? You're looking for a very particular being that resonates and that understands your uniqueness. So if you create a common look, if you create a common attitude, or if you're vibrating with a doubtful energy, then what do you think you're going to attract? And it's not a blame or shame, because we've all done it. why I say from experience, let's take time to be kind to ourselves, to treat ourselves like we're looking to be treated like the best person we can imagine. Say, oh, that person, they see me, they're gonna think. So that person is me now, is you now. We do the magic mirror work, we look in the mirror. I wear the magic color mask. I am beauty and I am in perfect form. You got everyone. Yes. Yes. I am beauty and I'm in perfect form. And so that's what we're doing. We're living, we're laughing together, we're learning, we're playing. And yeah, just these are tools that you may not need today, but when you do need them, you got them. So I escaped. I don't know what they're doing. I work. This is my new work. This is what I want to be doing. This is what I want to tell people. So if you guys help me, we help each other. We're gonna do this. All right, now, what do I do? How do I get out is the question. Because I don't see the button. Maybe. This is what I did last. You see? I can't. I'm still here. Peeky peeky, everybody. Okay, so I'm reconnecting again. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Don't know what. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Figure out how to say goodbye in a proper way. How to close it down. How to see the chat. I gotta figure all these things out. How to get myself another phone and get some music. Because I do have an iPad, but that thing doesn't work either. I don't know. Thank you. Look, now I have all stuff all over my back. Got some work to do. I left them alone, as I told you. I don't know how long we've been here. Definitely been over an hour, though, right? Look, I have a banana. Eat my banana for potassium. I mean, I might as well keep talking because you guys are still there, right? And I gotta figure out how to close the live and eat my banana. Oh, wait a minute. I might as well make my bag nice, right? Look. And I can even promote while I do nothing. Have my book showing, my water. Love this bag. Super cute vintage bag. Look at that. How cool is that? That's vintage. I love vintage. You guys love vintage? Oh, look, and I got this too. Some of that. I got a banana and lipstick. Not really lipstick, it's puff. NYX. Powder puff. Pretty good. It's matte. It's good. Okay, guys. Check the mountains before I go. It's so beautiful. Ka'ala Mountains. Bendición, bendición, God bless, bendición. Okay, I'm gonna do my own wallpaper.